Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
Champ stuck in Alliance Wars placement as another thing breaks in game. Arena fix is coming and compensation is being discussed. We look at the update in this particular situation. Battlerealm Brawle is the only positive thing out of last week, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to bring you a positive in this show today. An issue with Marvel Insider that's important to note, and we got so much more. Hello everybody, it is the start to the week. Let's hope everything is intact. Hold on to everything. To be honest, I will say something positive about the game. I'm having a good time in Battlegrounds. Look, I'm having a good run. I'm feeling in a good place with it. I've had a bit of success, and you know what? It's worth sharing. Find something. Let me know in the comments. Has there been something out of last week that you found as a positive in an otherwise negative place? That's what we do as a community. We try and rally around some positive points about the game because look, we are passionate about this game. We will criticize the developer when they do stuff like happened last week, but we're in the thick of it together. We're all in this together. Like High School Musical song. But let's get down to business. We've got a problem with Alliance Wars. Yes, a problem that even I missed out on, like talking about Friday with everything going completely bat poopy crazy. We had an issue with the placement phase of Alliance Wars, in that it then got taken down. Okay, so what's the kind of like update with all of this? Well, I've saw today and obviously over the last few days people saying that their champions are locked in the placement, which is annoying because that's not what they're meant to do. You're meant to have free rule of your champions from being placed in being placed in Alliance Wars to be able to use them. Like, hey, I placed them in Alliance Wars. Well, you can use that same champion elsewhere, this is what it was meant to sort out. Okay, at the moment there is a masthead kind of warning, which you can see on screen in orange, saying that we are currently experiencing issues with Alliance War matchmaking following the release of persistent placement. What the? They've put placement twice, maybe? I don't know. That I'm reading that. What? Following the release of persistent placement. So you're placing it to place it in the persistency of the. Anyway, whatever. We'll be disabling Alliance Wars matchmaking to further notice. So that gives you an idea on that particular situation. It's crazy, people. It's crazy. Warning. I don't know when your champions are going to be returned back to you. At this particular point, yeah, somebody's still saying that I'm doing map 8 with a rank 1 Loki on my team for synergy because the rank 5 Kingpin is locked in the broken system. Free the fat man. And that was earlier this morning UK time, so damn, not very good. Right, we now move over to the root situation. Now, I've put a link in the description to go and check this out. We did cover this in a video on Sunday, so yeah, go and check out that. It's mainly the videos focused on the Kraven side of things, less towards the Zemo side of things. Kraven's the one that's getting the rank down ticket, Zemo is not. It's up to you how you look at the situation of rotation for the likes of Zemo, whether or not you're kind of like, pissed about the situation. So go and read that. I think it's a case of like people that are massive fans of Kraven and use Kraven for the point of suppression of power. Have a look at the video that's posted in Sunday's coverage where we showcase on a video how someone's able to get a consistent rotation of power. It's like special locking. Doesn't really look like it's power locking, but it is power locking, but it's technically special locking. It's a bit of a weird thing. You'll see when you watch the video and see the kind of the footage of this. But yes, as I said, it's mainly people that have Kraven ranked up that are going to get some rank down tickets for it. I think I ranked up Kraven because I was going to use him in a defensive property, but I think I might change my mind and kind of go for a few other champions that are different meta and kind of keep with that scheme. However, though, look, it's something that some players are not happy about. And with good reason, because the communication's been poor. Kabam have pointed to the Trello board, which is something we don't cover on the channel, but I'm going to have to I've got to do that poll still. If you watch that video, I said I'd do a poll whether or not once a week we cover the Trello board. It's difficult when there's a lot of news to cover and information to cover in the MCNs because we're trying to keep players updated with what's going on. I'm trying to give you an idea of going, look, watch out for this, warnings on this. This is good news, this is bad news, and give all those kind of bits of information to you, the community. So we need to be very careful at the extent of what we cover. However, though, I might have to rotate around a video a week going, okay, well, what Kabam are adding to this particular Trello board, which is very important. Like how Kabam do this to get better communication between Trello board, community, because as I said, people don't watch YouTube videos. Like for the amount of community that watches this video, you could get, I don't know, 5,000 views. It could get 10,000 views. It could get whatever views. The fact is, it means that if people aren't seeing all of this particular YouTube content, forum content, don't read in-game mail, and there are people that don't read in-game mail, then it means that this particular information is not getting out to players. It's a tough one. And now we hightail it over to Marvel Insider. Now, I try to get onto Marvel Insider in order to kind of put some stuff for this particular segment. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I can't log in. If you know the backstory between myself and Marvel Insider is that every time I would start an account or claim rewards, which was back, I think, about 2017, they'd ban my Marvel Insider account. So I just decided, and after that point, I'll just cover it. I haven't covered it for a long time. Normally I cover it like once every month. But again, I'm finding issues logging into Marvel Insider nowadays. So I don't know if it's something that's going to continue in the future. But in any case, people have had some issues with it. So, what's this? Nemshi says, this may have already been posted, but why not Marvel Insider stuff this month? So they're missing. Is this just another Kabam fumbled for the month, or will there be the new status quo? That was nice little bonus and little piece of extra content. So yeah, many other people as well kind of talking about that. But I think in answer to somebody was kind of like saying something about mods. He's just looking for more reasons to be rude. It is really needed as an answer to a question. He would send a ticket to us. He would send a ticket to our support who are there specifically to have one of our conversations, not looking for community managers to answer each individual question in a forum, which is not our job. So it's not a job for community managers to interact with forums, nor the role of a forum, which is a place for players to come together and talk to each other, not in a forum teams. I mean, this is why you got Guardians, isn't it? So it just saves the money of Kabam not having to get another community manager to kind of like monitor the forums. I don't know. I feel there's a nice load of there's like pleasant not pleasant. Well, yes, there is pleasant interaction on the forums at times. Yes, there are times when it's not. I do agree with that. But I think a lot of kind of like good ideas, community feedback is like really important, and that's something it's nice to kind of go like, oh, you know, when you see, you know, Kabam Mike, not the greatest week last week for the interaction, but and Kabam Jackson, just to kind of like see that nice, you know, community engagement rather than having to wait for things like Battlerealm Brawle, which is, you know, we'll talk about in a minute. Any case, to the original post, I will ask about this when I have a chance, but I will be honest, I won't be until at least Monday, because, you know, it's a bit of a week. This looks like it's from the support at Marvel Support. Not this is what Marvel Support had to say, not very informative. Thanks for contacting Marvel. This is a great question and we're happy to help. Oh, we do not have any Marvel Contest of Champions events planned this month. Please continue to check back activities, then click the games tab for updates. So yeah, Marvel support can't even be helpful either. But weirdly enough, when I've come to like interact with all of this, like it just doesn't work. Anytime I click anything, and I am logged in, by the way, like if I click games, I think it just bumps, or any of the stuff, it bumps you to like a different page. I don't know if there's something going on here with Marvel Insider. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just trying to like log in where I am. And now for something really cool and really fun, the Battlerealm Brawle. This is really interesting. We covered this in a video on Friday, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But there's been some further kind of like developments, talking points with Kabam Mike that I think is like important to kind of like, you know, add further kind of context and update to this particular situation. So I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to attend. It's a bit of a tough one, as I've explained, for my particular situation. I need to have a look at, I need to do some number crunching. That's the first thing. Second thing is I need to find out whether or not when I come out of my probation, I can ask for as much time as I'm going to be asking. It's a bit of a time if I'm being honest, but it looks like it's going to be really good. I think more so because there's going to be a celebration, a player celebration. And yes, this is kind of like it's like Marvel Contest of Champions Con, like a convention solely around this game, which is going to be pretty exciting. You can click and visit the site to kind of get to get tickets, and it's going to be taking place on the 20th of October 2023, so look out for that. And I think this is the day after the Battlerealm Brawle, I want to say. Could be wrong with that one, but yeah, it could be around there. And yeah, it's really exciting. Mix and mingle with your fellow summoners, meet the developers of Marvel Contest Champions, compete for rewards and more. So very exciting. That should be very, very nice, very, very good. But yeah, some further responses to some stuff. To be honest, could be a good idea to make a category Brawl that 8 places will be taken by, well, should be do something to do ranked accounts to grab high, mid, low end players. This is the first year doing this, but I am very open to something like that in the future. I don't want to overscope the first time and would rather expand once we've gotten some experience under our belts with events like this. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, this is the thing. They are doing it off their own backs, which is nice. It is nice. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. Whether or not I can make it or not, we'll find a way to cover it in a certain way. As I said, I'll probably have to get a reporter in the field, but we'll see what can be done. But yeah, it should be really, really exciting. Why are some regions excluded? Because that's another thing as well. Difficult prize laws for contestants and giveaways to get around. Bummer for our friends in Quebec for sure. Yes, the Quebec, yeah. You're exactly right. This is our first time doing something like this, so if this is successful, we can look to expand next year. But working within each jurisdiction's rules is a difficult process. It's strange that they were able to extend it to India, because I know last time that was a bit of a bone of contention, but that's really good news. That's really good news to see like that expansion in for India and a few other, I think there's a couple other places that weren't on previously that now are able to be kind of added to it. So it's exciting that they're able to do that. Biggest question on this one is going to be the people that finish in the top 10 and whether they're able to be in or not. And as I said, I think I did predict this. If you saw Friday's video, I did predict this. There's going to be people within that top 10 that will technically will not be able to attend if they indeed win it. Or reach the top 8, sorry, the top 8. Like Battlerealm, who says, I already won Battleground Season 2 times, and my country does not have any restrictive rules on contests or competitions whatsoever, but somehow it is not included in the eligible countries. Seems quite discriminative and unjust, unfairly differentiating and excluding players based on the origin from a company that is supposedly trying to promote diversity, tolerance, and inclusivity. Looks like quite a double standard. I mean, from what I gather, this Battlerealm is in the legal profession. I think some of his details got like leaked or whatever. Maybe you can look into it as like a legal kind of like thing. Maybe not. I don't know if you'd really care that much. I'd rather not waste my time and energy with it. But you know, at the end of the day, if they want to go to war with it with Kabam over it, then. Yeah, it's up to them. But yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting point right there, because they might have. Well, I suspect Battlerealm probably will try to win season 10 out of kind of like principle of the matter. Just kind of like, look, I can do this, Kabam. You know, why aren't I being invited? Very spicy, very interesting, and yeah, on to the next story. So let's now move on to the arena fix and arena issue. So as a lot of you know, the Arena Express mode is bugged, and also it is bugged for arena. In that you a lot of time will lose your characters, you'll lose your streak, you'll lose your momentum, and you're like going, oh great, well I've got to like rebuild my champions again because they've been lost. It's broken in a situation. I've had to exit out. Sometimes you're able to do it, sometimes you're not. But Arena is currently broken. So when can this be fixed? And that's a good question. And the answer is, well, it's hopefully this week. We got to have a hotfix. So as Command Mike says on July 15th, and do bear in mind the last update we had, I think was like July 13th or something, because originally it affected Arena Express mode, but then transpired that it went over to the standard arena. So Command Mike says we are working on this fix, but it requires a new update. Those inherently take more time because we have to go through the whole build release process, which is not short. We are also evaluating compensation for the issue as well. I'll be interested to find out what the compensation is. Will it be a case that it will be units? I doubt it. Will it be a case that it will be arena boost? More than likely. Will it be something like stamina, which is arena stamina, which is a very rare thing and odd at times because you don't normally see it, which basically refreshes and refills your champion to then go back in and do arena. So if it's like you just use your 7-star, you can then reuse your 7-star again. I think in theory, maybe not. But that's what they may give out. I don't know if they'll give out anything else. Maybe they'll give battle chips, possibly. I don't see them giving out units. The thing that I said might be quite good is if they did the Sigil Witch Arena, which gave players an opportunity to get a free sigil. Good for free to play, good for spending because you're not spending, to renew your sigil if you're getting 2 months free. And the same thing is like, it's good for free to play because you get 2 months of sigil free and then that's it. So I don't know, I kind of feel it would be a good idea to give out that to the community as compensation, but I don't think they will. It'll probably be something small. We'll have to see. And whether or not it will be something, will it be just for those that spend on the Summoner Sigil? We'll have to see as well. Crazy that everyone's affected. Hopefully we get a hotfix this week, and hopefully we can go back grinding Arena, which I'm looking forward to, but I'm focusing more on Battlegrounds at the moment and having a really good time doing it. But as soon as Battlegrounds Season 9 is over, I'm back into doing Arena grinding. That's the plan. Now let's finish off by doing a Arena results for Jabari Panther and Absorbing Man. Let's see what the scores were. Okay, so interesting developments with the Arena. I don't know if Cabal will have to investigate this. We said this last time. Again, not quite sure. Absorbing Man went ridiculously high for a basic. We're looking at position 95, 53.2 mil. It's debatable whether, with the bug at the moment, there's questions. I always just say that with the bug at the moment with Arena, I think a lot of us would have questions about 53.2 mil for position 95. The lowest to get the 6-star was the 34.1 mil, so it's 359 position. And I'd say, obviously, with Jabari Panther went, well, kind of what we thought with Jabari Panther. 36 mil, 317 position. My predictions for round 2. Jabari Panther, 36 mil. Yeah, go with 36 mil on that one. 5-star, 25 mil. Don't have any information about the 5-star position. Absorbing Man, 6-star, 35 mil. We'll go from the round 2, and Zubman 5-star 23 mil. We'll have to see what happens with the results, whether or not Kabam will put it into question. Maybe people went out to grind it, but there was that bug this week, which was so weird. In any case, thank you very much to everybody that supports the channel, and yeah, thanks and appreciate the support. I will try and live stream. We did a live stream for the podcast at the weekend, so go and check out that. And finally, check out some other content which will be located on screen right now. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. Much love and goodbye.